Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about a product that is very highly prized in the beauty world right now, and it is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. It seems that this concealer has been all over every beauty blogger's blog and every beauty blogger's channel for a long time now. You guys might remember that it took me about 2 months to actually get my hands on this concealer because it kept being sold at my Sephora, so it is a very popular product. I really only use this concealer for two things, and that is under my eyes and on any blemishes that I might have. So under my eyes, I tend to do 3 little dots, dot, 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 and then blend upwards with my finger. And I find that for slightly purple or blue under eye circles, if I haven't gotten much sleep the night before, this conceals it absolutely perfectly. They're gone. The other thing that I use this concealer for is concealing blemishes, and I do find that it covers redness really nicely. However, if you have a dry patch on the top of a blemish, it does stick to it a little bit. So it's not great for dry skin types, I wouldn't guess. I don't know, I don't have super dry skin, but I do tend to get just a little bit of dry spots here and there. It does cling to them, not horribly, but it does cling a little bit. When I'm concealing blemishes with this concealer, I tend to want to do a dab of the concealer right on the blemish and then blend it out with my finger. And I'm just showing my pinky finger because that's what I usually use. And it actually works fairly well. However, you are at the risk of blending it away. So this concealer, because it blends so easily, it does want to move a little bit when you're first working with it. Once you have it in place, it will stay. It won't move all day. That's one thing I really love about it, is that it doesn't slide around, it doesn't move, stays put. But when you're first trying to blend it in, it does want to go wherever you put it. So you just want to be really, really gentle, kind of pat it in instead of rubbing. Otherwise you will move it around too much and not actually conceal what you're meaning to conceal. For concealing just random redness, maybe around blemishes or just around my nose or mouth, this concealer is great. It actually, because it blends so easily and because it moves around, my red patches, I get them right here and sometimes on the corners of my mouth. It blends in really nicely, and because it spreads, it just offers a really even coverage, and it blends into where my skin is normal tone again really, really nicely and naturally looking. Because it blends so well and so easily, moving around so easily, I find that when I'm trying to conceal just a small patch right near a patch of normal looking skin, it blends into the normally toned skin really naturally and easily. So redness is probably my favorite thing to conceal with this concealer, just because it offers such even coverage, but it's also good for blemishes as long as you don't have the dry patches on top at all, and it's good for under eye. It is amazing for covering up the actual color. Just be careful if you do have deeper lines that it doesn't settle in there. The actual formulation of this concealer is very, very nice. It is creamy, but it's not overly thick. The one thing about concealing under eye circles with this concealer, however, is that it does tend to crease a little bit throughout the day. Not anywhere near as badly as a lot of the concealers that I've tried, and it's not even worth a complaint because you can blend it out once with your finger. If you see a crease and it's gone, it doesn't crease again. But if you do try to hold on to your makeup from the very beginning of your day to the very end of your day, you will notice a little bit of creasing underneath your eye just because of how our eyes are shaped. You get a little bit of wrinkles when you smile or when you're just blinking. I have yet to find a concealer that doesn't have this problem. Pretty much all concealers will want to build up in those little lines underneath your eyes. If you have really deep lines or wrinkles underneath your eyes, I would steer away from a cream concealer because that's going to actually build up the most. And I don't really worry about it because I don't really have that many lines. I just have like the natural couple of creases right underneath my eyelashes. So I don't worry about avoiding cream concealers at all, but if you do have deep lines, then I would steer you towards either a powder or a very sheer liquid concealer. I would say that it's more of a liquid with a little bit of cream rather than an actual cream concealer. A little bit of it goes a very, very, very long way. You don't even need a full dab of the wand on the blemish or whatever you're trying to conceal. You just need a teeny little bit and blend it with your finger, and it's offers amazing coverage, like truly amazing. Even though Radiant is in the name of this concealer, you shouldn't be afraid of it if you have oily skin because it's not shiny, it's not glowy, it just is a very, very nice even coverage, and I think the reason that they call it Radiant is just because it's like evening out your skin tone. If you do have a dry patch on your face that's red, or you have a blemish that you're trying to conceal, it might be kind of tough with this because it just sort of emphasizes dryness a little bit too much. But at the same time, you can build it up, and at a certain point it will start to just glide over it. It just depends on how good of a match it was to your skin color in the first place, if you can do that or not. Even if it isn't an exact match for your skin tone, it will blend away, leaving the coverage that you want, but taking care of any weird discoloration that it might have caused by not being an exact match. The concealer itself has a wand applicator, and I like this for 2 reasons, and I dislike it for another couple reasons. One of the biggest pros of having a wand concealer is that you don't have to dip your finger into a pot each time you want concealer and then put it on your face, because I feel like that's very bacteria kind of prone. If you're putting your finger in the same pot over and over again and then touching a blemish or whatever and then going back in for more, that's going to create bacteria in your pot of concealer really, really fast. Now, one of the cons of a wand, obviously, is kind of the same thing. If you're using the wand directly on your face and you're concealing blemishes, you're going to take bacteria from your skin and put it back in the container. So you kind of want to weigh your options with the bacteria gathering aspect of things. What I oftentimes do if I'm trying to conceal a blemish is I'll take the wand out of the container and then dab the concealer on my finger and then apply it to the blemish instead of taking the wand straight onto where I'm trying to conceal, just so I don't gather the bacteria and put it straight back in. Another possible con of having a wand applicator is that you probably won't be able to get everything out of the container. So the actual container for this is very, very long and very skinny. And yeah, I can move the wand around to get the stuff on the sides, but in the bottom corner here, I'll probably end up missing this last bit of product here, which isn't a huge deal. But you don't really want to be wasting product no matter what. So I'm not looking forward to when I hit the end and have to like dig out. I think that would be a lot easier with a pot concealer or a squeeze tube concealer. Then there's also the aspect of size. Having a wand applicator means that this concealer is very compact and very small, and you can slip it into your makeup bag or your purse or whatever very easily without it taking up hardly any room at all. It's kind of like a pen. You'll be able to find it fairly easily because it's long and skinny. So wherever you put it, you're pretty much guaranteed not to lose it, whereas if you have a pot concealer, it can get lost really easily in the depths of your bags because it's so flat. There's a very wide variety of shade selections available for this concealer. I'm in the shade light number 2 Vanilla. They range from very, very light to very, very dark. There is 0.22 ounces, so almost a quarter of an ounce of product in this container, and you can get it for $29 at Sephora. The packaging of this is very, very sleek and pretty. I like how it looks kind of like a lip gloss tube. Overall, I think this concealer is absolutely worth the money. I think that anybody who has just redness to conceal would really benefit from trying this. And also if you have acne scarring, it offers such a complete coverage. I think that that would work really, really well for you. I will have a link to this product in the information box so you guys can go see the different shades that they carry and if you might want to purchase it. Let me know in a comment below if you guys have tried this concealer and whether or not you liked it. And also let me know if you have any favorite concealers that I should know about, because I'm always looking to try new ones out. I hope this video was helpful to all you guys, especially if you're on a budget for makeup and you're trying to figure out what's worth your money. One last thing for you to comment, let me know if there are any other products that you'd like a full review video like this on. I know it can be tough, especially with higher end products, to decide what is worth your money and what isn't, so I hope this type of video is helpful to you guys. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Everybody has this is Naked Lunch, and both of these I think are frost finishes. Yeah, they're both frost finishes, which means they're just a little bit shimmery.